It's time now for a look at the latest on local sports. In sports this past Saturday, coaches and players in the 912 area code gathered at Memorial Stadium in Waycross to preview the upcoming high school football season. Wayne County on hand, head coach Ken Cribb, along with players Tommy Weatherspoon, Tavares Wilkins, and offensive lineman Jake Tribble, who's penciled in as the starting center this year on the offensive line. We'll hear from him in a minute. First, we start with head coach Ken Cribb, who had these thoughts on the start of the upcoming season.
Hey, Coach Ken Cribb over here at 912 Sports Media Day. And, Coach, everybody's curious on how the season's going to go. Tell us what you're going to tell the media here at 912 Sports.
Well, just glad to be back at it. Glad for us to be starting off 21. It's just excited. The kids are excited and got a great schedule. And just looking for a fun, exciting, and successful season.
Practices are underway. Unfortunately, a kid at Macon's already passed away. The heat's a big factor. So how has it been with the heat wave this past week?
Well, it was getting hot. It's getting hotter. Just got to keep them hydrated and take as many, just take regular water breaks and, just keep things in perspective. It's easy to get caught up in what you're doing and the coaches aren't running, so you got to keep that in mind. But it's year in and year out, especially in southeast Georgia. We know we got to deal with it, but just got to be smart and plan appropriately. Make sure you get them water breaks in there. Slow it down just a little bit.
Well, we get the Glen Academy Red Terrors and the control scrimmages Friday night. Rocky Hidalgo's alwa's got a pretty good football team, so that should be a nice test Friday night to get ready for the upcoming season.
It definitely will be. Coach Hidalgo does an amazing job with his crowd, and they're mixing up a little bit. They're changing a little bit. He's letting them throw a little more. So I think it's going to be a great scrimmage for us. I like the fact that we're doing a controlled scrimmage so we can work on specific situations. In a regular game, a lot of times you don't get the opportunity to really work on certain parts of the game. You might get one or two opportunities, but in this situation, we're going to be able to totally control it and work on exactly what we want to see.
The season kicks off at 9 o'clock on Saturday night, Coach. That's past my bedtime.
Yeah, mine too, Bob. Man, I wish I had some say-so in that.
Statesboro not get the early game of being over there in Statesboro. That's surprising me.
They want the nightcap, and they don't
want the nightcap. Okay.
And they don't have to travel. They get to be late, and I guess we're probably, I don't know, we may be the second closest, but we're an hour, 15, 20 minutes away, so. I wish it was a little earlier, but I understand they're trying to dodge this heat. And I played it in 2016, and I'm telling you, Bob, hottest game I've ever been a part of. It was hot, and especially on that turf.
Everybody knows you got to win at least one game to get in the playoffs in our region. Looking at those preseason rankings, you got Ware 1, Coffee 2, Warner Robins 3. They're all right up there. So it's going to be another tough way to get in that playoff picture.
It's really going to be tough, especially this go round. Veterans, we saw them in the paddock camp, and I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to be competitive with everybody. They playing with a little chip on their shoulder, especially when they win against us. They're hungry for Wayne after we got them last year. But it's going to be tough. We're young, but I will say we're talented. We got some good experience, and we're just going to go at them one at a time. And I like our chances. I like our team. I really feel good about it, and we really need to stay healthy and keep working and stay focused.
Okay, Coach, we'll look forward to Friday night's scrimmage down at Glen Academy, and then the season kicks off the following Saturday, and it should be a lot of fun, and always good to talk to you.
Bob, appreciate what y'all do for high school football. Go Jackets.
And again, those comments, Coach Ken Cribb. Again, Jackets have that controlled scrimmage this Friday night at Glen Memorial Stadium. Gets underway around 7 p.m. It's going to be a controlled scrimmage. We'll broadcast it Friday night here on Big Dog Country FM 105.5. The team's big strength will be the offensive line. This year, a new center as Jake Tribble takes over that role on the line. He was in Waycross Saturday. We got up with him to talk about the big offensive line for Wayne County.
Here with Jake Tribble, offensive lineman. And Jake, I understand they're going to move you to center this year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, they are. I will be. I played left guard last year. Moved to center this year.
Tell us why the switch. Miles was the center last year. He's moved to tackle. So what was the decision making going into the change?
I think Coach Swilly wanted to have like a big interior, so they moved Miles out to tackle. Jose, he'll be at left guard. I'll be at center, and Owen will be. I'm pretty sure he'll be playing right guard this year. So just have a huge like interior and tackles outside.
Well, the great thing about center, you're in on every play. I mean, the ball doesn't move unless you hike it. So
Yes, sir.
sometimes they're in the shotgun. You know, we've seen in the past where the ball's flown over the quarterback's head. So how important is that timing, and how much have you worked on that in the off season?
It's definitely something to think about, but it comes with the game. Like, it's just like a muscle memory at this point. You know, I can just do it. It's something to think about, but in game time, I don't think about it. I can just do it.
Well, Coach Cripps talked about how young our team is, but one strength is the offensive line. So you guys know how important it is to open up holes for those backs and give the quarterback time to throw. So how do you think the offensive line will perform this year?
I think our offensive line is one of the strongest groups that we have on the field. We're huge up front. I mean, we can move anybody, really. I feel like we can hold up against anybody. I feel like we'll perform great.
What's your height and weight?
6'1", 350, 355.
And you're one of the smallest kids on the line, is that correct? How big is Owen's build? His dad tells me he's 6'6" and a half, is that correct?
Yeah, he's about 6'6", probably 310.
And what about Miles?
6 foot to like 230.
And who else is on that line for us?
Antoine DeWeese, he's about 6'4", 300 pounds. And Jose is about 6'3", 330.
So about everybody at least over 300 pounds except for maybe Miles. So again, big, strong offensive line, that'll be the strength. So looking forward to the season.
Yes, sir.
And what's the projections team-wise? What's the talk among the teammates? What's the goals?
My personal goal, or not my personal goal, but I just make it past the second round in the playoffs. That seems to be our problem the past few years. Just, you know, make it in the playoffs, do good in the playoffs.
Okay, well, good talking to you. And how you enjoying this media day? You excited?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Once again, those comments, offensive lineman Jake Treble, he'll be a junior this coming year. WIFO Fayetteville had a chance to catch up with some of the coaches we'll be facing this season. Tomorrow we'll hear from Ware County Coach Strickland, which is the odds-on favorite to win the region. Also this week we'll hear from Coach Rocky Hidalgo on Friday from Glen Academy. Talk about that scrimmage coming up on Friday night. Wednesday we'll hear from Appleton County's new head football coach Jordan Mullis. Thursday we'll talk with Richmond Hill coach Matt Lazat, now in his 7th season as coach of the Wildcats. Again, Media Day held this past Saturday over in Waycross. Again, most of the teams represented, and a lot of talk about the upcoming high school football season. Atlanta Braves added more than slightly $6 million to their roster before the trade deadline this past Friday. They brought in reliever Richard Rodriguez from Pittsburgh and added outfielders Adam Duvall, Eddie Rosario, and Jorge Soler. Braves continue their trend of winning one, losing one over the weekend, and that's been the trend all the way since the All-Star break. It hasn't broken yet. They dropped Sunday's game with Milwaukee by a final of 2-1, still 4 games out behind the New York Mets. The Braves have the day off and will begin a 3-game road trip tomorrow in St. Louis. That's going to do it for latest in local sports.